Today I want to talk about first aid kit. First thing is, what is first aid kit? Okay, first aid kit is a box, bag or pack that holds supplies used to treat minor injuries including cuts, scrapes, burns, bruises and sprains. More elaborate first aid kits can also include survival supplies, life-saving emergency supplies, or convenience items like bug sting wipes or cold and flu medicines. Okay, next is why we need a kit. From a minor ailment to a more serious injury, a first aid kit is a must in every home, also in vehicles too. It can help reduce the risk of infection or the severity of an injury. First aid kits typically include a variety of supplies that will help treat cuts, scrapes, and injuries, including sprains and burns. There are few reasons why we need it. First, treat injuries quickly. First aid kits help you handle the medical emergency as quickly as possible. In an emergency, um, a delay of just a single minute can cause irreconcilable damage. These kits offer basic and instant care for common medical injuries like injuries, burns, cuts, and each other. Okay, next is Pickering Safety can build kits custom for your home or workplace. Pickering Safety first aid kits are customizable. If you work in a particular niche, we can build a first aid kit that contains suitable emergency equipment. We provide first aid kit to a wide array of business and professionals in the medical industry, police force, and many business throughout the lower mainland. Okay, next is everything you need in one place. A first aid kit contains all vital medical products in one easy location. So, in case of emergency, you do not have to waste valuable time assembling the appropriate medical item. Next is less risk of complication. A well-equipped first aid kit in most cases can prevent further complication with the injury of or medical condition. Keeping a medical kit handy can be cost effective because it's less likely a wound treat immediately with a first aid kit will require complex attention in the future. Next is very compact package. First aid kits contain all the essential medical contents in a very compact package. You can really take a first aid kit with you anywhere. Whether you're traveling or living, working in a small space, there really no excuse not to keep one hand. Keep antibiotics within arm reach. In case of a cut, it's imperative to use antibiotics as soon as possible to prevent infection. Pickering Safety first aid kits contain basic antibiotic ointments to be used in emergency. Okay, next is stop blood loss immediately. Sometimes injuries are messy. Applying gauze and bandage immediately will stop the blood loss. It's difficult to stop blood loss efficiently without the proper medical products on hand, and prolonged blood loss can be quite dangerous. Next is relieve the pain of a burn instantly. If a burn or scald occurs, first aid treatment should be applied to the affected area as quickly as possible. The goal is to relieve the pain and prevent further damage. Our second skin products make particularly useful addition to any first aid kit. Next is prevent the discomfort of skin irritation or bug bites. Wounds and insect bites can be tremendously uncomfortable if handled immediately and carefully with the appropriate first aid treatments. The irritation can heal faster and in more effective way. This will prevent scarring. And the last reason is be a helping hand to a child or friend. If nothing else convinces you, keep in mind that the people around you may not be as prepared as you are. Your first aid kit may come in handy if anyone around you experiences any of the injuries mentioned above. Kids and elderly people are most susceptible to injuries and accidents. First aid kit acts as indispensable medical item for all. Okay, the keys to save patient is first is stay calm. That means don't ask too many questions on accident victims. Second is assess the situation. And the third is carry out the DRSABC code. Okay, what is DRSABC code means is D is for danger, yang di mana mestilah menjauhkan diri dari tempat atau situasi yang bahaya. R is for respond atau tindak balas mangsa kemalangan. Contohnya jikalau mangsa terbaring di tepi jalan atau di mana-mana, just tepuk bahu mangsa dengan firmly, not too strong, just untuk pastikan yang mangsa bagi respon. S is shout atau jerit. Contoh sekiranya berlaku tanah runtuh atau terperangkap dalam reruntuhan bangunan, try to shout loudly supaya kita boleh tahu ada bangsa yang terperangkap. Okey, A is for airway atau laluan pernafasan. Contoh situasi ialah ketika berlaku kemalangan sehingga kemalangan itu masuk ke dalam air. Try to check mouth and nose patient. Pastikan tidak ada sesuatu yang menghalang pernafasan pesakit atau mangsa. B is for breathing atau bernafas. Ketika berlaku sebarang kemalangan, look at the patient chest. If they wearing baju yang tebal atau jaket, try to listen dia punya bunyi hembusan nafas di hidung. Ini untuk memastikan patient masih lagi hidup. C is for circulation atau pergerakan anggota badan. Contohnya kita dah cuba tepuk bahu secara firmly, selepas itu kita dah cuba shout atau call their name but still no response. Try to look at their pergerakan. If ada pergerakan, itu tandanya mangsa masih boleh bagi respon dan ada peluang untuk hidup. Okay, what item should have in first aid kit? First is 2 pair of sterile gloves. Gloves offer protection for both the victim and the rescue while treating open wounds, providing a germ-free barrier between the two. Be sure to use non-latex gloves if you or family members have a latex allergy. Second, adhesive tape and gauze. This works together to stop bleeding. Apply ceteraline gauze to a bleeding wound using firm but gentle pressure. Once bleeding has stopped, you can use the tape to hold the gauze in place. Antibiotic ointment. Using ointment on a cut or scrap after cleaning the wound helps defend against infection. It can also help speed up healing and lessen scarring. Next is adhesive bandage. Cuts and scrapes come in all shapes and sizes. So to shoot your adhesive bandage, use this to protect wounds from getting dirty or irritated. Scissors and Tweezers. Scissors with round edge protect the victim from further injury. Use these shears to cut tape or gauze or to remove clothing if necessary. The tweezers can be used for detailed work like removing particulate debris, dirt or splinters. But don't use tweezers to remove an insect stinger because you could end up squeezing more venom into the skin. Instead, brush the injured area with the edge of a credit card. Next is elastic wraps. Not all accidents result in cut or scrapes. Use elastic wraps to stabilize wrist, elbow, ankle and knee injuries and to keep swelling down. Next is triangular bandage. This larger bandage can also be used to wrap injuries and are especially helpful as sling for broken or discolored arms and shoulders. Don't forget safety pins to help keep the bandage in place. Next is pain relievers. Acetaminophen, ibuprofen and aspirin can all help soothe minor aches and pains. With a doctor approval, it's a good idea to keep at least 2 aspirin on hand in case of a heart attack. Use this medication only as directed. As for aspirin, don't give to children and don't use to alleviate flu symptoms. Periodically check the expired dates of all medication. The last is cold packs. Use an instant cold compress to help soothe and treat burns and other injuries, including insect stings, sprain and strains. Okay, that is from me about an emergency box or food escape, which I can tell you. Okay, thank you. Bye.